Hello, friends and followers. Here is now the current state of the union on the Denton Clipperton L. I've removed the old power board that I think was hit by lightning, and some guy in Texas sold us this amplifier with this power board, and he had all sorts of weird wiring hacked on it. And anyway, this board goes into file 13 now. And the new Harbach board is in, finally. I wasn't in much of a hurry to put this board in, but wanted to get it in right. So if you're contemplating this, I haven't turned this thing on yet, but at least I'll go through the wiring of how I interpreted the wiring to be, so that if you're going to do this, you can do it yourself too. Anyway, Harbach gives you instructions like this. And mostly he says to remove, wires and label them, which is fine, and then put them back in later. So, nice gentleman. At any rate, I'll go through what I did here. The way I interpreted the instructions. First of all, to get the old board out, you have to unsolder these two wires that go from the transformer. Mark one of them with a mark so you can put it back on correctly. Take off those two. And then once all the screws are removed, you can wiggle the board out. You have to maybe bend this stuff around here a bit and you wiggle it out. Then you put the new board in. At any rate, let's go over the wires. So this one down here is labeled HVM. My light is falling down. HVM for the high voltage meter, and that goes to the top of the meter switch here. And you can kind of tell that makes sense, because when you go into the HV mode here to read voltage, which is over here, that contact should be active, which it is. So yeah, that wire is active, so that makes sense. So that's correct. The bottom wire here, I'm pretty sure is B minus. So anyway, I've put that to B minus, which is here. That's the bottom wire. Okay, what does that leave here? That leaves this red wire, which this red wire basically is going between the transformer settings of low voltage and high voltage. So here you're switching two transformer windings. So you want to make sure these are on the right leads, and that will inject those windings, either one or the other, as you can see with the switch, to this pin here, and that goes down in the middle deck there under transformer 2. That was hard to solder, actually. Hope it's on good. Okay, and what else is on top here? The B minus. That's really about it, huh? So this green wire coming off the standby switch goes into LVDC, and then we can flip the amp over, which won't be easy. Yeah. And show you the other side of it. It's one hand here. All right, so now here's the underside. This brown wire goes up here. I'm not sure what that's called. The wire with red goes here. This is your B plus out to your finals. And these wires barely fit. This one barely fit, this one barely fit, but I didn't want to put on extensions. And this other brown wire, excuse me, is a ground wire, so just ground it. This lug is from the old board. The green wire here is low voltage, I think 12 volts or 6 volts. This simply powers the light here, powers the power light, and it powers the operate standby switch, and so that goes to the low voltage supply, DC. That's about it. So now the question is this thing correct, and will it burn up or will it work? So after all this work is done, it's best to check for shorts. Make sure the plate supply isn't shorting, so you want to make sure there's no short between here and ground, or else it's going to poof, and that's it. If there's no short, you can check if this is shorted too, I suppose. Transformers coming in. Looks like a center tap ground or something. Give it a shot. Let's see if his schematic covers the transformer. No, he doesn't show a transformer. He just shows what his board does. Anyway, that's it. Now it's time to put in the meter. And after the meter's in, check for voltage. So I'm not sure my meter will work, but that's the next part, is getting in the meter that I built last night because the old one didn't work. So the next step is putting in this little meter here and see if we can get some voltage on the meter or a loud explosion, which happened a few days ago with the old power board. Anyway, I can't get it out one hand. Oh, yes I can. Here it comes. So yeah, so it's time to put this meter in now and see if this will work. So that's the story. The sad little meter, because I was in a hurry and didn't make it nice and neat. But it should work. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.